There were a few years under Philippe Saint-André and Guy Neves in which you kinda knew which France team was actually going to turn up. You knew France were mostly going to be shit with a big scrum and a few nice touches perhaps, but still broadly speaking, shit. Under Jacques Brunel, however, it feels like France are once again gloriously unpredictable. But this World Cup, they've gone one better. Time was, France would wait a whole week before going from good to bad. However, now they're willing to throw in so many different combinations and shades in between. Like a yogurt company, knowing just strawberry and banana won't cut it anymore, France have had to take on all kinds of wild new flavours to remain kings of unpredictability in a field that now includes Argentina, Finn Russell and a Japan team who can beat Ireland. So, for the start of the game against the USA, France were like a Barbars team with Dan Parks at 10. Mental chips and grubbers sliding about the place, resulting in this try for this goddamn guy. And then they became an ununited state. They slid apart. And the USA just pushed. I like and enormously respect the USA's decision to take the points. People often think it's a negative, and perhaps I too would have taken the scrum, who cares? But it's often not resigning yourself to 3 rather than going for 7, it's trusting your team to get back down the other end and to score again. This was a game full of France shooting themselves in all appendages, somehow even the hand they were holding the gun with. And so the USA knew at any moment France may just hand them an opportunity, and all they had to do was continue to stay in touch. And then, instead, however, France became world beaters. However, unlike the 1999 French team, they'd beat the world in a tight, torrid encounter in which the world was the better team, but they lost due to an unlucky interception and a dodgy refereeing decision. France scored 3 tries in 30 minutes without actually playing any better than they had been when they were being taken to task by the USA. Then, a week later, France faced Tonga in the kind of game where if a dad said, "Oh, we should take the kids to see some of the Rugby World Cup while it's in town," and they went to see that game, the France v Tonga game, the whole family would leave thinking, "Yeah, it's a really good day out." Tonga scored what felt like 3 consolation tries. The kind of tries a side only scores when they're 40 down, not 4. It kept them right in the game and saw them finish within 2, even if France did have 2 tries Ben schemed into oblivion. However, whilst Tonga deserve credit for being tenacious and brutal and just giving everything, their attacking play did leave a lot to be desired. This is the kind of thing they were just doing all game. The ball is called out to 10 when Falva has no options. The only 2 forwards outfield are in front of him. It's pointless and very blunt attacking play. Even their second try, scored by Marley Hingano, was not well worked at all. The ball gets turned over and France just don't adjust at all. They don't reset to defensive mode. Tonga do this and they ship it out. There's only one piece of decent attacking play in this entire try, and it's right here. Toulouse Vianu draws 2 men before passing out to the wing, creating some space. Everything else is about France shooting out of line, panicking, rushing, or in the case of Maxime Maida here, ignoring any fullbacking protocol, sprinting out of position to cover the ball initially before changing his mind, letting it bounce, and then being caught up by said bounce. Tonga follow up really well here, and Hingano puts in a very good finish to score a try that was not well worked, but was scored, and that's what really matters. The fact France are being undone by an attack this shonky should be a huge shot of confidence for Wales, and would be even if Rob Howley was still their attack coach. Most of this France team's play, to me, feels a bit like a holding pattern. They've played the most standard setups for an international rugby side, but unlike, say, Georgia, that isn't the plan. The plan is to do all this really boring stuff with base level efficiency until something opens up. France's offloading is then possibly the best and the most accurate in the competition, and the support lines players are picking are genuinely intelligent and well thought out. France spot the break being made and they condense themselves into almost a snaking conga line. This creates a continuity in their attack and an opportunity for a cleaner clear out that has one big downside. These players are waiting for an offload rather than getting in position to take a pass. This kind of structure keeps things flowing rather than putting players into actual space. It's just a matter of how France choose to prioritise. Continuity for them seems to be the number one. This France team probably actually plotted the Typhoon as a means of keeping the 15 de France show exciting for the viewer. You never know what they'll do next. They might even do nothing. Because even though they do look very vulnerable, there's certainly enough to worry Wales in this France team's performance. Look at the way Serran improvises for the Raka try. He just spots Kupavuna coming in to have a bit of a chat and instantly taps the ball, bam, Raka's scored in the corner. Because they're full of moments like that. And after all, after almost losing to Tonga, what better way to remain on brand than beat the more fancied favourites and push towards their 4th World Cup final? After all, Frencher things have happened. It is about 1:30 in the morning here in Kumamoto. Japan have just beaten Scotland and qualified for their first ever quarter-final, which is amazing. Wales have, in this very town, beaten Uruguay, but Uruguay put up a great fight. It was fantastic. I was really proud of both of my favourite teams. Come to Castro's over there. If you want any proof, you probably can't see it because it's really quite dark because it is late. I have also got to be up for a flight to Tokyo at 7 in the morning, so I've got to be up for that in about 3 or 4 hours, but that's fine. I met some lovely people. It's been good. It's been great. I felt this was the perfect chance to chime in and add in a little bit here. The streets have it's beginning to quiet down a bit now, but the streets have just been full of just Welsh and Japanese people high-fiving and hugging each other. It's been a kind of amazing thing to be a part of. This is what, for me, what the World Cup is all about. This does mean, though, we're at the end of the pool stages. And the video you've just seen there is still me trying to catch up in the pool stages. So as of going into the beginning of the game today, there's been 3 of them. I had 10 games left to catch up on, plus the 3 that played today, plus the 2 you've just seen there. I mean, I'm now 11 games behind. I'm going to try and catch up on as many as I can over the course of the coming week. I do fly back in a couple of days, and as I say, I'm flying to Tokyo in the morning. So all of this rugby, but it's been a great World Cup. No matter what anyone says about refereeing or bloody typhoons or cancellations, it's been an amazing World Cup. For moments like what we've just seen in Kumamoto, right here, and it's going to continue to be so as we head into the quarterfinals, which now include bloody Japan, of all teams, of all people. I'm almost back at my hotel, so I'm going to stop rambling right now. I'm probably going to look at this whenever I come to edit this. Probably in the morning, probably bleary-eyed on a flight, and think, what a mistake, why did I record this? But I'm going to have to use it anyway because I haven't recorded enough one, and I'm on a flight, so I can't do it right then. I'm going to stop rambling right now and get in and go to bed for like 3 hours, and that's how not to do it all. I said, shut up, Owen, stop recording now.